I recently picked up the Retro Fighters Mantis wireless controller. This is for the PlayStation and PC. Let's do an unboxing and first impressions. I'm gonna go with the crystal because it looks just so cool. All right, so in the box, we've got the controller. We have a USB-C to A cable and a manual. That's it. That tells me this controller is going to be Bluetooth. Let's take a look. Oh, it's definitely small. So I have, medium-sized hands, and this is very small in my hands, but does feel nice. Doesn't feel cheap at all. Buttons feel good. The D-pad actually feels really good. Sticks are in a good spot. You do have the touchpad for the PS4. You can click in. And then on the back, we also have some extra paddles, P1 and P2. They do have a switch on the back to change if it's D input or X input. And then you've got some trigger stops. So actually a lot of features on this one. And I do see it does have the speaker of the PS4 as well. Oh, it lights up. Getting green. There's a power button on the top and a P button. Let's see what those are. So 22 says R, small button, program, and the power button says L, small button, reset. I do not know what those do. Oh, that's nice. It does have motion sensor as well. Motion sensor, speaker, and touchpad. And it does have Bluetooth for PC and Xbox. You know, guys, I do not know what all the programmable features do. But I will say it's really nice that they packed in a lot of features into this in terms of PlayStation 4, but also just PC and Xbox in general. But to have all those features in this tiny package is pretty nice. The paddles, I would say, they're not difficult to hit, but it's definitely in a spot where I wouldn't typically have my fingers. You're going to be using your middle fingers here on those paddles. I do love the trigger stops. That's really nice to have, to be able to adjust. And there's 3 levels of adjustment. For me too, the shoulder buttons are a little awkward. How forward I have to come with those. The triggers are comfortable though, but the shoulder buttons are a little bit awkward. All right, well, let's use it in a game. All right, so Bluetooth to connect to PC. It says press square and home for 2 seconds, and lights will flash red. So we've got the home button, we've got square, and there's our red. Add device. I guess we're going to try this Xbox wireless controller. So it shows up as an Xbox controller, but it does work. I am connected to my PC right now. Joysticks look great. These are Hall effect sticks. So that is really nice to see. That should prevent stick drift. Okay, so the paddles do not show up at all when I'm doing this test. So I'll have to figure out how do we get those paddles to work. Everything else works though. Yeah, the sticks actually feel really nice. Okay guys, I read the manual again. So this P button on top is for programming the 2 buttons on the back. So you press that with one of the buttons, it vibrates and starts flashing, and then you just press the button you want it to be. And then to finish programming, you're just gonna press that button again. Okay, so I did something weird because I pressed the triangle button twice. So you can actually set it up as like a macro, which is interesting. I can see that coming in handy. But let's try and clear that now. So to clear it, you're going to do P again with that button. And then just press it. Yeah, see, now it does nothing. Okay, so let's try that again. Now we're in pairing, so I'm going to hit triangle. And then P1. So now when I hit P1, man, it is not working that well for me. It's actually doing the trigger. So I must have accidentally hit the trigger when I was programming. So let's try that again. Let's clear it. Okay, go into programming mode. Hit just triangle. There we go. Okay. So that's nice that you can program it to anything you want, but I actually would prefer it to be a separate button, at least for the PC side, because I like being able to map those to completely different things on the PC side. So that's could be a break for some people, or if you want that button to be able to do extra things. The other thing to know is it says you can set up to 42 combinations per button at one time. That seems crazy. You guys let me know in the comments what that could be used for. I know obviously that's a macro, but like give me an example of something in a game. All right, enough messing around that. Let's actually play something. All right, guys, we are gonna play Halloween Forever. Now the nice thing, since this got picked up as an Xbox controller, it just works. I didn't have to make any changes in the settings. It's just going. So let's try out this D-pad and see how we feel. So far it feels pretty good. That one was my fault. It gave me a heart anyways. The real test will be if I can beat the boss, the first boss. You know, I don't love the D-pad though. It just seems like it's not as responsive as I want it to be. That one was my fault. I'm gonna try switching to the analog stick and see if it's any better. The analog stick does feel better. It's just smoother. Seems to react faster. That one was my fault. All right. So I was able to beat the first boss, and the controller does feel good. I think that's enough testing. All right, so final thoughts. I think this is a really nice looking controller, and it's built well. I love they were able to pack so many features into this when it comes to PS4. Getting the speaker, getting the touchpad, having the paddles with the trigger stops on the back, programmable. I think as a PS4 controller, it's great. When it comes to PC, it's nice to have the ability to use it for that, but I wish you were able to utilize all the options that are there. Now, I did pay about $24 because I bought this as a buy one, get one offer. And I do like the look and the feel of it. So I'm super happy. And I think it's a good controller. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.